Welcome back to another episode of Hide Your Moms. We are back in action. It has been, should we even talk about that? Should we talk about how long it's been? I don't think we should. Maybe we should just ignore that because, it's been a while. And do I apologize? I do, but we'll get into why it's been a while. And then, it's been so long that I have a limp wiener microphone. Can you just chill, please? How about that? We'll just go there, huh? That's good? All right, that's probably good. Gosh, it's been so long. I don't even know how to do this anymore. I think I say that every time I do a podcast because there's such long breaks in between. But I am back. I'm not going to say how long I'm back for. I hope I'm back for a while, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to stop looking in the future so much and just try to go week by week because, man, have I been dealing with some stuff. And I will let y'all know. So the last podcast we did was in September. That is a long time ago. And I do apologize for that. It shouldn't have been that long ago. I recorded a couple other ones, but they just didn't work. We were having camera issues and editing issues, and it was bad. So I didn't even post those. So there were supposed to be 2 other podcasts in that long break, but we didn't have that happen. And then what we also did is my business kind of really took off. And there's only so many hours in the day and so many people that are working. I don't have anyone doing this for me. I do everything. So it's just a lot to do, basically. So let's see, September, golly. A lot of you guys watching this podcast probably have seen what's been going on in my life, I'm guessing. If not, hello to anyone new. I'm Spencer Nolan. This is the Hide Your Moms podcast. But yeah, we got a dog. Me and Brooke got a dog named Toaster. He's a legend. My business just moved into its own. This is what I'll do. I'm going to just go ahead and try to skip what has happened in the last 3 months. And I'm just going to kind of talk about what's happening in my life recently. Let's just pick it up in the middle of my life. I think that's the best idea. I spilled some water right there. Dang it. Anyway, okay. So this last week, I got a warehouse for my brand, Spency. It is my beach clothing company. It's not all clothing. It's just Spency, the beach company. And I've never felt better because what ADHD does is you just can't lock onto something. And so I've been reading this book, like, for example, I could be working on my business and then see this podcast room and be like, oh my God, I got to film a podcast. Oh my gosh, I have to film a podcast. And it's just like, I can't separate the two because everything is in my apartment or whatever. And so it just doesn't do well for the ADHD brain to be doing all this stuff, if that makes sense. Or then I get nothing done if I have all this stuff like accessible to me. So finally being able to separate the Spency brand out of my apartment. And for the Christmas drop, I used my mom's garage. So that helped. But back in Florida, I didn't have a place like that. So I was doing everything out of this apartment. Feels so much better to get it into its own entity, its own building. Oh my gosh. It's already clearing up because I don't have to think about Spency right now or because it's not in front of me. If I want to it's a 20-minute drive to the warehouse. If I drive 20 minutes, then boom. Okay, I'm in Spency mode. I can do that. And I'm reading a book actually that is called, oh gosh, what's it called? Atomic Habits. Oh my gosh. If you ever read the book Atomic Habits, it's an easy read. I'm dumb as hell and I'm able to get through it. It basically is like separating your habits into different places allows your brain to focus on one habit at a time and putting all of your energy into it. So with this, it was good. It was the podcast room. So this whole room, when I stepped in here, I was like, okay, I know I'm going to do a podcast. My brain is locked. But then when I started the brand, the Spency came and crept into this room. So it was like, this isn't even a podcast room, kind of out of sight, out of mind, So that's why it took me a second to get back. I don't know. I thought I saw like a fly or something. Anyway, so yeah, that's helped me be able to get back is dividing them into different things. And what I would do is I'd also do all my work at my desk where I'd play video games. And that wasn't doing anything for me because then if I'm doing my work and I see my video game, then I want to do that. Or if I'm playing video games and I do need to be relaxing, then I'd pick up and do my work. So I was just doing so much stuff. And then on top of that, I just got a dog and he's a golden retriever puppy. So he's a shit show. I love him to death, but he's a shit show. So it's like I could not keep up, and then I'm trying to be a good boyfriend, and then I don't have any, like, do I hang out with my friends, like the little one amounts that I have where I live, or do I don't know. I just didn't know. I had so much to handle, and my life had changed so much, and then I got a new truck, and then so I'm trying to like focus on this truck that I love, and trying to take care of that in a way that I should be taking care of it. So it was literally so much. It's like, I don't know. I just, for one person to do it, I couldn't do it. And then on top of that, I had college. So like, I don't even know. I'd forget to feed myself. You know, I had so much stuff going on that I could not even feed myself. And you would think like, oh, but if you just, I don't know. And then you're still trying to do your Instagram, and you're still trying to do your TikTok and your YouTube and your Snapchats. And it's, I don't know. I don't want you to think I'm complaining, because I'm absolutely not. I'm so blessed. But just my human brain couldn't do it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Someone's human brain probably could. Someone that is not as, I don't know. I don't want to blame it all on ADHD, because I hate giving that title to something, you know? But that's really what it is. I just couldn't keep up with all the stuff going on. I didn't have enough hours in the day. I didn't have enough energy. And then I was trying to work out. And then if I don't work out, I'm an asshole to myself. I'm an asshole to other people. I'm not in a good mood. I don't get the things that I need to get done because I just am thinking about like I need to work out. I'm such a loser. Okay, that's a recap of kind of the stuff that I've been feeling and why there's been a long gap. And so this book, I think what I was saying is I ended up separating all of my habits. So this is my podcast room. I got another desk where I only do work on that desk. So if I'm at that desk, then I know I'm working. If I'm at my video game desk, then I know I'm relaxing and rewinding. So that's helped me a lot. Atomic Habits, if you struggle with ADHD, if you struggle with motivation, if you struggle with getting out of bad habits, which I tend to do. And I mean, I'm not snorting a line, and I'm not freaking injecting heroin into me, right? That's not what I'm doing. It's just what I'm doing is nothing when I need to be doing all this stuff. So there definitely are worse habits to have, and definitely harder habits to kick. So I understand those. Okay. I'm not saying that what I'm doing is harder than that. Anything. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying some habits are really tough. So, yeah, that's kind of where I've been. I mean, is that everything that I wanted to say about that? I don't know. Hopefully this Spency thing is we're putting it into a warehouse. We just got some new futons and stuff. You've probably seen it on my TikTok or Snapchat if you have me on there. We have so much stuff happening. I'm about to get my first hires. So I'm going to be a boss. I'm going to be the worst fucking boss you've ever seen in your life. They're going to tell me what to do. I'm going to have no idea I'm going to be like, can you go pack that order? And they're like, I don't really want to. Will you go pack it? And I'll just be like, yeah, I'll go. Sure. I'll go. What else would you like? You want me to wipe your ass for you too? Like I'm going to try to be a good one, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so we're about to get our first hires going into the warehouse. So that'll be fun. I'll have a little bit of help. That's another reason I'm trying to bring this podcast back, because I do love this. I've spent so much money and time on this podcast and effort. I love it. And also the community. I know it's maybe not the biggest community, or it's not as big as my TikTok or my Snapchat or whatever, but like this community is like a long form community. You know, you guys get to know more about me. You get to know more about how I am and how my crazy life is and my dreams. And I feel like on the podcast, we get to connect and bounce those ideas and talk about it at a lot. I don't know. It just like more deep, I guess, because it's like a longer form. I don't know. Maybe you guys feel that way. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's just me, but at least I feel more of a connection with people who watch my podcast than just people who don't. I mean, plain and simple. So yeah, that's basically it. And I think that's all for my intro, because I don't know what else to say. I mean, that is what it is. I am still a human being. So if anyone thinks that I put my pants on different, or if my dick don't shrivel in the cold, you are completely wrong. I am a normal human being that's just trying to get somewhere just like everybody else. So that's that. Now we're going to absolutely get into the episode. Sorry for the belated long interview. that I did to myself. We got a new president. So I don't do politics. I don't talk about politics. You believe whatever you want to believe in. I will have my own views that might not even be correct because I'm not that educated and I don't haven't had the time or really the expertise to look into it on what to believe. Because, I mean, when you try to watch the news, both of them are just going at each other left and right. So, I don't know. It's just a bad environment to me. So, I try to stay out of it. But what I do know is we have a new president. That's what it is. You like him, you love him, I don't care. You hate him, you despise him, I don't care. The whole point of this is I thought it would be fun is if we ranked okay, so I like boobs and I like butts and vaginas and all that stuff. But I think it'd be fun to rate the presidents. Okay? Rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, what are we looking at here? Are these guys attractive? Are these guys ugly? These guys got small willies, big willies? I don't know. So we're going to get into it. And yeah, let's see. We'll do that. I mean, I wasn't planning on rating their willies. But being a guy, I feel like I can look at someone and be like, yeah, okay, that's going to be the size of their willy, right? And I'm going to also rate them on attractiveness. Now, again, I have a girlfriend. This is a bit in the pod that I think would just be funny because it's very political in the real world. And I don't want to talk about that shit. I want to talk about what do we got going on here. So, first one, we're going to start with JFK. Probably one of the most attractive presidents that there has been if we're looking at a realistic standpoint. He is an attractive dude. Look at the smile on him. And he was banging Marilyn Monroe, too. He had the Margot Robbie of the 1950s in his Oval Office, swanking him. So, I mean, he's got game. We know that. He's got teeth. Well, he did. They got blown to the back of his head. But he is a good-looking dude. Well, was. So, nice hairline on him, too. Look at that tie. He's got a pin tie, too. Man. Having teeth like that in the 1950s was crazy. Like, crazy to have that type of teeth. I think this dude, where's this guy from? I think he's Irish. I have no fucking idea. Don't believe me with what I just said. Not a lot of wrinkles for being, I think he was like 40, 50, 45. Dude, he looks good. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 on the 1 to 10 scale because I don't know if it'll get much better. And I will give him a... What willy does he have? I'm going to give him a 5-inch willy. Not maybe 4.5. We'll do this. Just to make it less vulgar, we'll go below average, average, or above average. I think he has an average willy. All right. JFK, average willy. Next one. Joseph R. Biden. Joe Biden. Oh, I didn't know Joe Biden was a junior. Joseph R. Biden Jr. I didn't know that. Or is that his son? No, that's him. Okay, that's him. What the fuck? He's kind of attractive. Why is he attractive? He's old, so I guess it's hard to see, but when you look at his younger self, before his hairline started going, dude is a pretty attractive guy. All right. I'm going to give him... I'm going to give him... I'll give him an 8 out of a 10. Dude's pretty attractive. And now he's got those big veneers. So if he had those veneers, I don't know what his teeth looked like then, but from this picture, I can't tell. But he's got some teeth on him now. I think Joe Biden has I think now he has a below average willy. Back in the day when he was a Delaware guy, I think he had a little bit above average willy. That's what I'm thinking there. Next one, George Washington. Oh, this dude's got a hog. This dude has a hog. Now let's chat. George Washington is obviously the reason why we're all here, the reason why we have this country. Dude, let's talk about this for a second. Dude was 6'5", all right? Going to town with Martha. Dude was 6'5", 6'6". That's like Yao Ming today. That's like 7'5" nowadays. That is, fuck, dude. I don't even know. That's impressive. I mean, he's 6'5". He's got to have an above average Willie, right? Dude crossed the Delaware on Christmas night and murdered a bunch of people. And he won a war with like no army. All right, I'll give it to him. I mean, I think he's got an above average Willie. I don't think he was that attractive. Based on his height, though, and at the time he was president, I am going to give him... I'm going to give him an 8 out of a 10. Back in the day, he was probably a 10 out of a 10 because of how freaking legendary he was at the time. But in today's day and age, he'd be way low. I mean, in today's day and age, you take George Washington now, he's another... I mean, he's probably making your Subway sandwich. So, nothing wrong with making your Subway sandwich. It's just not the president of the United States. Yeah, I'm gonna go. If he was in today's day and age, 2 out of 10. I'm gonna be honest. With the wig too, and I'm pretty sure he had elephant teeth. So yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, next one, William Howard Taft. Let's take a look at this chump. Bigger guy. You know what? Is this the guy that got stuck in his bathtub and he needed help out? I think it is. Oh, man. That is not good. I think that it is a good thing that he was not president when there are nuclear bombs. Because if you're getting stuck in your bathtub, I don't think that you should have access to a nuclear weapon. Good Lord. Below average Willie. I think he has the smallest Willie maybe out of a president ever. And I'll put that out there. And I feel bad saying it. Nothing against William Howard Taft. But yeah, he's got a small Willie, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to rank him mustache, 10 out of 10. Looks, oh gosh. Looks, what do we do here? I feel so bad for you, William Allen Taft. I mean, they're all dead, right? So it doesn't matter. They can't come for me. Dude, 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 on his looks. Is that bad? Ugh, sorry. All right, next one. Bill Clinton. Damn. This dude cheated on his wife, I'm pretty sure. See, that's what I know about politics. I just know who they're sleeping with. I don't know why that's the knowledge. That's like the information I get. But I'm pretty sure he was getting a beige from Monica Lewinsky in the Oval Office, which is not that good. Monica Lewinsky was in an Oval Office getting an oval in her mouth. I guess more like a cylinder. I think that he's got an above average schlong because why? I mean, that's confident, right? You're doing it in the most prestigious office in America and you're getting after it as the most important job in America. That's got to be some balls. You know what? I'm going to backtrack. Big kahunas, average Willie. Yeah, average Willie. We'll do that. And looks-wise, I mean, he's a good-looking dude, honestly. He's a pretty good-looking dude. Looks kind of tall, too. Everyone gets points for being tall because I'm not tall, so I just tend to... I mean, I'm 5'10", but I tend to give them benefit of the doubt of being more attractive. We're going to give him a 7 out of 10. I think he's a 7. All right, moving on. Barack Obama. Damn. Let's be real here. He's got an above average Willie. I mean, we got to be honest. You hear the name Barack Obama and you know he's got a Willie on him. Looks wise, I'm going to also give him a 7 out of 10. I feel like he kind of gives off the same energy as Bill Clinton, but just with a slightly bigger dong. There's rumors that his wife also has a dong. I don't know if that's true or not. Again, I'm not really big into politics, but I've just heard that she might have one. I've never seen it. I've never seen his either. So can neither confirm or deny. You believe whatever you want to believe in. That's up for you. But that's just a rumor that goes around the internet. Another rumor is he's dating Jennifer Aniston. Right? Is that the right name? Jennifer Lawrence, Jennifer Aniston? The chick in Friends? Is he with her? Is that a rumor or is that BS? I don't know. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not. But little Oreo going on there. Switching it up. Little vanilla cookie dough thing going on. I don't know. Good for him if he is. Well, that'd be cheating. That's not good. Don't cheat. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot, I don't think. Moving on. Wait, did we say how attractive? A much bigger above average Willie and a 7 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, we did. All right. Next one. Is this our last one? All right, this is our last one. Ronald Reagan. Dude's kind of old. People said he was an actor, I think. I don't know if he was. I wasn't born. I don't even know. Were my parents born? I don't even know. He was the 40th U.S. president. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of gel in his hair. But he's kind of got that, like, I think he's got an average Willie. Maybe slightly above average. Why am I always doing the Willie rating first? It's like I want to say it's really rating. Willie rating. Try to say that. Hold on. I got to do this 6 times fast. Really rating. No, hold on. Please try it right now. Try it. Willie rating. Willie rating. Now fast. Willie rating. See, I think that's impossible. Anyway, I think he's got a slightly above average Willie, maybe average, and I think for his age, I don't know, 6 out of 10, maybe can crack into the 7s because of his vibe. He's obviously not going to be like attractive to like someone my age or whatever, but I feel like for his age, he's not that bad looking. And I think the same for Obama as well. And Clinton. Yeah, they kind of all had that, like, as they aged pretty well. How could you not age well, though, right? I feel like if you have money, you're going to age well. He obviously didn't, he's dead, so he aged right into the ground. But I feel like if you have a little bit of money, you have protective services, you have, like, I don't know, I feel like you have time to get your Botox done or your lips done or fill in your cavities or whatever. Us normal folk got to hold on to a cavity until we can't chew on that side of the mouth. You ever had one of those? Oh my gosh, I was in 4th grade one time. Had a root canal. Didn't know what a root canal is. Never want to pull roots or go down a canal in a boat ever again just because I had one of these. It hurt so bad. I couldn't eat on that side of the mouth, and then they go in there and they do it, and you're like they go in there and do it while you're asleep. That didn't sound very good. I signed papers, like I consented to the root canal. Anyway, I couldn't eat. Even after I got it done, I couldn't eat for like a week. It was the worst thing ever. They have to like go under the tooth because it's like rooted. A canal has gone into your root. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like I don't like it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't like it. All right. So who was our hottest president? Yeah, JFK. JFK was our hottest president. I feel like those are accurate ratings, though, like for me to do. You know what I mean? I feel like that was pretty good. I need more water. Damn. I've been on this. Hold on. Oh, gosh. I've been on this diet kick recently. Pretty fun. I was 170. That's another thing. I was so depressed. Well, I guess we'll get into that. But I was 174 when I got back to Florida from the holidays. I got back January 3rd. I think I got back January 3rd. The night of January 3rd, I weighed myself, and I was 174 pounds. Not good. So I was like, Brooke, I am just, I don't know. I just can't look like this anymore. It was the start of a new year. So you have that human brains have a little bit more conviction and they want to change and they have more motivation. So I think it's a perfect time. So I was like, I just don't want to do this anymore. We were eating whatever we wanted, Chick-fil-A. Whatever we wanted, we'd eat because we wouldn't meal prep or anything. Sometimes we'd make food at home, but most of the time it'd be like, all right, let's go this place, let's go that place. And I don't know. I think it gave me a bad habit with food. And I think that's something that's so not talked about is the addiction you can get to food. Like, I feel like food is one of the strongest addictions you can have because you have to do it. And if you overdo it, like you have to eat, but if you overdo it, it could be so dangerous. And to your mental, to your physical, like to both, like your mental and your physical, like you have one body. And if you're putting bad food into it, it could get like your life could like just get way worse than it needs to be. And I just kind of lost track, stopped working out because I was working so much and got to 174. I am normally like I feel good and feel like I look good when I'm around 160. So I was like almost 15 pounds overweight in my opinion. You can determine if you're overweight or not. That's for nobody else to say but yourself. To me, I felt overweight. And so I went and I was like, Brooke, I don't want to do this. So Brooke just started meal prepping a lot. We go to the grocery store every day on Sunday and get so many meals. You get 15 meals a week. And it's a little pricey. Like, it's not bad. It averages out to like $6 a meal, which isn't bad because if what we were doing was like $10 to $12 a meal. So that's way worse. This $6 a meal is much better, but it's like $100 a week. For your 6 meals, you get 15 meals. So Monday through Friday, you have 3 meals. And we don't snack at all. And this morning, I weighed in at 162. So it's January 27th, January 3rd. So 24 days, I lost 12. What is that, 12? Fuck, I'm so bad at math. Fun fact, my math teacher hit a student. But what did he teach me? He showed me violence and something else. 174 minus 162. 12 pounds. No. Yeah, 12 pounds. Fuck. 12 pounds. I was right when I woke up, though, and since then I've ate a couple meals, and I usually sit right now about 164. Maybe if I had a big meal, 165. And it's kind of just helped, with everything. I had no idea I would be out of energy because of the food I was eating was so bad, and I would just look in the mirror and not like myself. And maybe you guys don't notice it, but that's like for me to, like, if obviously in my head it's not good enough, then I need to do something. So like finally taking that action, I got a gym membership. Really getting after it again. I've consistently, with breaks, month breaks, 2-month breaks here and there, been working out for 4 years. So I know what to do. It's not like I'm scared to go to the gym. It's just got caught up in the start of my business and everything. Every breathing moment of that was to the business and to everything else. So yeah, that was rough. And but we're back on track. Been eating these meals on Saturday, Sunday. Because we eat so good during the week, we can kind of eat whatever we want on Saturday and Sunday. I still try to keep it pretty healthy. Like, I'm not just going and getting like 4 McChickens or whatever. But if I want to have a McChicken on a Saturday, sure, whatever. You had 15 meals, no snacks all week, to the best diet that you could possibly be on. High protein, no carb. And it's not going to do anything to you. If you're 90% good meals, that 10% is going to, like, whatever, it's not. I just took the emotional value out of food, like what it would feel to me. Like if I just wanted a McChicken, sure, I'll have McChicken. The next day I'll eat right or do whatever I need to do. So that's really helped me. Brooke has done amazing with the meal preps. This week we have done, what did we do? We did a breakfast burrito, a burger bowl, which is like a burger, but it's into a bowl. No shit. Yeah. And for dinner, we had like this chicken rice and what's the broccoli casserole. So that's been pretty sick. So yeah, just feeling a lot better about myself recently. And I think that kind of wraps back into the beginning of this podcast. Is just so much going on, work. And it was just, I don't know. I loved doing the work, but it was like everything that I needed to be doing, I couldn't be doing for some reason. And I think it honestly was, I was a little bit depressed because I wanted to get, like, I'm so motivated that I wasn't balancing anything else in my life. And I was so motivated to get something done that I let other habits that I used to do that made me happy, the gym, eating good, going out, hanging out with friends, like that stuff is needed. And I just stopped doing it and I kind of lost myself for a little bit. I mean, I had zero social life and I do better now. Me and Brooke try to get out once a week, go out, I'm a 22-year-old kid. I had just turned 22 not that long ago. And so I need to stop acting like I'm not 22, you know? I know this podcast isn't like the funniest podcast, but I'm kind of just getting back in the flow of things and I'm having to like open up about this stuff just so you guys know maybe what I've been going through. Maybe you can relate to it. But yeah, I've just felt not like a 22-year-old kid, and that's an issue. You shouldn't feel that way, you know? You should feel fun and you should feel good and you should feel proud of the stuff you're doing. And I was proud of the stuff that I was doing, but I just never took time to enjoy it. And I was like, okay, next thing. And instead of just being like, yo, instead of just being like, chill, you know, just, there's a saying that is, the saying is stop and smell the roses. It means that don't just like when you're, for example, just like stop, look around you. Smell the roses, see what's going on, see what you've been doing, see where you're headed to. Don't just run through the rose field, you'll miss all the flowers. And I've also been reminded a lot that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So did I just get on here to fucking preach? I don't even know. That's what this podcast is. This podcast is whatever I want to talk about. It doesn't need to be a certain thing. I'm not going to hold it to a certain standard. It's just me getting in front of the camera and not putting pressure on myself like I do. And am I trauma dumping? Fuck. I hate when people trauma dump. I don't mean to be. I am. Fuck it. It's my podcast. Whatever. You better hide your mama because I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her with my trauma dump. But I'm just starting to finally get back to myself. I'm enjoying making my videos and being myself. Another, like when I was depressed, I don't want to say depressed because I think that could be thrown around very loosely and some people abuse it. I would say I was depressed, but I didn't know it. I lost myself. I was trying to censor myself and be as perfect as I can. And what I found out is like people, that's not how I got to where I am. I didn't get to where I am from being perfect and saying everything the right way. And I'm who I am is being out of pocket and like, oh my gosh, why would Spencer say that? Like, that's who I am. That's where I'm most comfortable. And I think that it just kind of built up over time, like just being told like you shouldn't be saying that or try to censor yourself a little bit. It's like, fuck that. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. If you do not like it, like that doesn't make me happy. Censoring myself and trying to think about everything before I say it. Yeah, there's certain moments when you need to do something or whatever, but you got to read a room a little bit. I get it. But then again, I'm not going to just change my entire personality for a certain thing. You know, I mean, I can bend the rules a little bit, bend and stuff. But it got to the point where bend not break. I broke, and I was just not being myself ever, and because I thought people would maybe like me more. I don't know. So kind of this last month, I've been able to like jump back into my own skin and feel myself again. I don't I don't know. It's so weird. Also, just being a guy talking about this stuff, like guys aren't supposed to have those feelings or emotions or whatever. But I don't know. Yeah. So I just feel better, and I'm making videos where I'm myself and being out there and riding the line of that's not okay, that's okay. I like being right there on the middle. Like I obviously want to say stuff that's okay, but if I teeter over there, I want to just know, hopefully everyone that sees me or knows me that can read that I do have a good heart and that I am a good person. And so maybe I can accidentally make some of those over the top jokes and then come back over and be good. I don't know. I just want to be myself, and I lost myself for a second. This is like a form of therapy for me, honestly. Maybe I just need to do this. It helps me get stuff out that, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man, I don't know. I've just been able, me and Brooke, like I said earlier, me and Brooke have been going out the last few Fridays or whatever, and I haven't drank and got hammered like to where I don't remember or whatever in a long time, or where I puked. I haven't done that in a long time. But we're just getting out there and hanging out with friends and going to a dinner or something. It helps. Like it really helps. It's like I don't want to spend money on dinner. There's no point. I don't want to go out and get a drink. There's no point. But there really is. Like it's good for you. It's good for a human being to do that. Like at first I couldn't justify it because I didn't want to spend that type of money. But then again, it's like this is going to make you happier in the long run, even if your anxiety has tricked you into like not wanting to do it. Like it's good for you. Go and do and be fucking 22. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's helped. I think everything in life can be a double-edged sword. If you do something too much, you'll burn out. If you don't do enough, you'll burn out. So if you stride the middle and you do what needs to be done while having fun, like that's where you just need to be, you know? Same with eating. Like if you eat too much, that's a double-edged sword, but you can have a little. And then if you eat too much healthy stuff, then you're going to hate yourself. So that's a double-edged. Everything is like just right down the middle. If you could be in the middle and control yourself, right? It's like have a little bit of fun, but do what you need to do. Work hard, play hard. You know what I mean? And who am I? I'm Aristotle, baby. I'm Socrates, boy. Goodness gracious. I feel like I haven't even took a breath because I needed to get so much off my chest. But yeah, it's been good. And I was in college. Well, we might as well talk about that. So I had so much stuff going on, and I was thinking, let me give you a backstory, right? This is what I was doing. I'm going to give you a backstory just so maybe you can understand this a little bit. I was going to college my freshman and sophomore year, was posting on TikTok, but not really like getting any traction or whatever. I'd have a few videos go viral, but I was going to college to be a social media manager. I was a marketing degree, but with a influence in social media. So I wanted to run a social media account and market for brands, their own brand. And then all of a sudden, right before my junior year, I kind of popped off a little bit and like was able to get a platform that I still don't think I deserve, but I'm so thankful for, and just had so much fun with it, and still went to college, finished my junior year, and all I had left is literally my senior year, right? And I was able to start a business with it, and I was able to meet a girlfriend. Like it's given me literally everything. It's given me a purpose, and it's given me everything. And college had not given me anything. It had taken from it. It had taken so much, and I know. Listen, I know that TikTok can go away. I know that social media can go away. I know it goes in spurts. I get it. I'm not saying degrees are bad. I think degrees are great. But to me at that time, why not be a social media manager, marketer for my own company that I was doing? I wouldn't even say I dropped out, because I am going back. It's not like I just dropped out to do something completely like not do it, or like I didn't drop out to work less hard. I dropped out so I could spend more time on this and work harder. But there was just, to me, I didn't want to be 30, right? I did not want to be 30, 35, went the college route, had focused on that, didn't put my all into what I'm doing here in my own brand and my own journey. Because people would dream of the opportunity that I have, and people would dream of the opportunity that you have. So don't take it for granted. I mean, just don't take it for granted. And I don't want to do that. So my whole thing about this is like, that's why I'm taking a break from college. I have 1 year left, on the dot, 1 year, and I will go get it. I want to get my degree to say I got it. But at this point in time, if I were to get my degree in 1 year, I wouldn't use it. I'd be doing this still. So what would be the point of just having a paper sit in the closet? Why not take the break now from college and go all in on this and try my hardest at this and put all my energy in this and remove that negative out of my life for now, because I hate it. I hate it. I want to work for myself. I want to do this. College is not something that was filling my cup at all. This is the stuff that fills my cup. This is the stuff that brings me happiness. That wasn't. And until I want to go back and get that, I'm going to enjoy this and take full advantage of it. I want to be 35 and be like, you know what? I did everything I could. I tried my hardest. I did it all. I pushed the limits, and that's it. I ran out. It didn't work out. People stopped watching it. It wasn't enough. You changed. You weren't a good person. Whatever. I don't want college to take that from me. So, I did it. It slowly turned into, well, technically I haven't dropped out yet, but it turned into, I'm in like one class, but I'm about to drop that class and go fully into this. And don't get me wrong, if this stops, if this is done, I talked to my advisor, and my advisor was like, go do it. Go do it. I promise you, college will always be here. The opportunity that you have right now will not always be there. So just go do it. And I was like, thank you. That's what I needed. My own college advisor, who gets money from me paying them to go to school there, was like, go do it. Go give it a shot. And so that's what I'm doing. It has helped me tremendously with my mental, and I'm about to drop that last class and move on for a little bit, see where this goes. I mean, it has been a blessing. My mom is not the happiest with it, but she also believes in me, and she wants me to be happy, and she knows that this makes me the happiest right now. So until this goes away, also what I forgot to tell you, my college credits last forever. She was like, if you're a lawyer or doctor, they expire. If you're a chemist, whatever, science, they expire, but just business classes, they last forever. I was like, okay, perfect. I can come back whenever. She was like, yeah. So that's what I mean by saying college will be there forever. My progress won't go anywhere. So that's what I'm doing with that. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm proud of that decision. I mean, getting to go, I just got my own warehouse. Like I doing big things, in my opinion. Maybe not to other people, maybe not to people way higher than me, maybe not to some of you that are watching that maybe are farther along than me. I don't know, but to me, I feel proud of myself. I mean, it's just awesome. Getting to drive into the warehouse, which is like driving and like commuting to work, is the best feeling. Matter of fact, I was commuting to work, my warehouse today. My CarPlay wouldn't work. First world issue, I know. And I had to listen to the fucking radio, blow my brains out, bend me over, and shove 40 ads up my behind. Awful. So many. How do people listen to the radio anymore? It is so bad. I counted. It's a 20-minute drive. The music stopped playing about 10 minutes in. It didn't play again. I got to listen to one more song when I was 10 minutes away from my destination. 7 minutes of ads straight that I didn't give a shit about. I didn't give a shit. They're telling me Tide Bounty. I don't even want to say the ads because I don't want anyone to hear them. It was pissing me off. I was like, this is ridiculous. How does anyone listen to this? If you have an hour-long commute, you'll get 4 songs on the radio. What a bunch of horse crap. I don't like it. I feel bad for people that still listen to the radio. Move on. We're leaving the radio in the past. It's so bad. I don't know if it's my attention span with this new generation or what it is, but 7 minutes without a song is, I don't know. It's like something the Nazi regime would do. It's terrible. So bad. I don't like it. So that's what I'm saying. I can say those things again because I can border that line, you know. It's obviously a joke. It's a joke. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just happier to be able to do that. But yeah, I'm not listening to the radio ever again. I don't like it. It was awful. And I think the song that I did get a song. The song that I got right before the warehouse was Manic Monday. It's another Manic Monday. It was Monday, actually, so it wasn't the worst song. I didn't put that together. And then she's like, I just want to have a Sunday, or something like that. It's an old, like, 80s song or something. But that's the song I got. And I'm trying to find a way to hate on it, but low-key, it was kind of nice. It was a good song. But I shouldn't have had to wait 7 minutes for it. That's my thing. I don't even last 7 minutes. So, pisses me off. Anyway, stuff coming up in the... That was my radio rant, I guess. I don't even remember what I was talking about before that. Stuff coming up in the new year. We have the next drop, the next Spency drop coming at the end of February. So pumped for it. Should be so fun. We're taking the company in a little bit different direction. I think you guys are going to love it. Shein stole our logo, which is crazy. Shein, right? Fucking Shein stole our logo. I can't believe it. They threw it on like a shitty shirt that no one will buy. So I'm a Shein hater now. Kind of cool that we were big enough for our logo to get stolen, but also fuck you. You know what I mean? What else? Oh, my mom is coming in February. She's flying in. She's got to pick up. So her car, my last car was actually my mom's, and she's coming to pick it up. So she's flying in. I got to go pick her up. She'll stay the weekend, and then she's going to fly back No, she's not flying back. She's driving back. Sorry. Driving the car back. Sorry, I had a brain fart. ADHD, like I started thinking about my dinner tonight. I swear. I was like, what the hell? And then I started thinking. And then right when I almost got back on topic, I saw something on my shoe. And I was like, that shouldn't be there. So that's just my brain. It does not stop going. I could count, while talking, I could count every single one of these checkered squares on the rug while speaking. Probably actually not while speaking, but I would sit here and do this and forget to speak. Anyway, where the fuck was I? My mom's coming. So I'm pretty pumped for that. Be able to make some mom videos. It's kind of where my blow up started on the internet. So excited to get my mom back in town. Excited to see her. Have not seen her in a while, and I've been so busy I haven't even got to text her or call her that much. Like every day. We usually like call every day. We have not called in a minute. Maybe I'll call her after this episode, huh? Maybe I should. But yeah, so that's kind of everything new. I know this podcast wasn't like a funny one. I'm sorry. I'll try to throw more bits and stuff in there, but I kind of just wanted to get back out there, show people that I do care about this podcast, and I want it to come back. And it's honestly one of the most important things in my life to me. It's something that I have done so much for. I literally got a 2-bedroom place so I could turn 1 bedroom into this podcast studio. So it does mean a lot to me, and I am excited to see where this goes. I'm not going to say when the next episode is. I'm not going to say if we're going to have a guest. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to put that pressure on myself because apparently I can't handle it. And I think you should know yourself. If you can't handle the pressure that you are putting on yourself, maybe just don't put that pressure on yourself. Isn't that crazy if you think about it? We're the ones that puts that pressure on us. Like a good, like healthy amount of pressure that you can handle is great. But if you put some like on yourself every single day for an extended period of time, that's going to add up and you're just going to drown. And you drown in stuff that you tell your stuff. Part of your brain becomes victim to the other part of your brain. But you have control over both parts of your brain. How in the hell does that happen? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I'm excited for Spincy. I'm excited for this podcast. I'm excited to keep sharing my relationship. I'm excited to just be myself again. My dream has always been to just be something in comedy. Yeah, I think comedy keeps the world going. I think it's the funniest thing in the world. Obviously, it's fucking comedy. But I think it's one of the most important things in the world, laughter. And that's kind of my dream. As long as I can keep chasing that, if I can keep doing my business while laughing, if I can keep doing this podcast, this comedic podcast, if I can keep making videos while laughing, I'm going to keep doing it. So that's really that. And I just want to say I love you guys. I think this was podcast number 13, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We just hit, I think, don't mistake me on this, I think we just hit like a year on this podcast. If you go back and watch the first podcast, unbelievably terrible compared to this one. So I'm glad you guys are sticking around. I'm excited to see where we go. But yeah, I love you guys, and have a good one.